Greetings once more. We are happy to have you back. So today we are going to give an exposition in terms of the general rules of the road. So I think it's very important that as a point of departure we explain why is it necessary to have rules in general. So we know that rules are there to coordinate the relations and interaction between people or things. So the road rules are also there for that purpose, to make sure that they regulate and coordinate an interaction between road users. So as part of this video, we are going to give an exposition of general road rules. We may all know that there are different categories of rules on the road. There are rules for traffic, there are rules for parking, there are rules for speed and other categories of rules. But for the purposes of this video, we're only going to cover the general rules.
Yes, always drive on the left hand side on two-way road, except if you are overtaking.
So what that means, we know very well that there are roads, there are divided roads. So there are roads whereby there is a road user that will be driving on your right, there is a road user that might be driving on your left. So in this instance, the general road rule, provided that you are driving on a two-way lane, is that as a driver you must always drive on your left hand side, not on your right hand side. That is the general rule insofar as a two-way lane is concerned.
Yes, S.P.N, it always maintain a safe following distance.
So this is done now to make sure that we avoid a collision between vehicles, because there might be mistakes that must be done by a driver that you are following. So just to make sure that we create space if there is a possibility of such a mistake, so that the cars cannot collide with each other. We have to make sure that we keep a certain distance, which might be 2 seconds if you are following a light vehicle, and it might be 3 seconds if you are following a truck. This is done to make sure that we don't follow a vehicle in a manner that it will collide with another vehicle.
S.P.N always display a license disc which is valid for 12 months.
Okay, so guys, this is done to make sure that your vehicle is eligible to be on the road. To prove that your vehicle is eligible, you must make sure that your vehicle has a disc here on the windscreen, so that if a traffic officer stops you, at least your vehicle is eligible to be on the road.
As for Wuti, do not drink and drive.
Now this is for a very simple reason, that you will not be able to drive effectively and efficiently if you are drunk, and you will cause accidents on the road.
Okay, S5 Wuti, you have to always obey instructions from the traffic officer.
Okay guys, now what we need to know about this rule is very critical and also complicated. Now there are general rules of the road. Now when a traffic officer instructs you in a way that infringes a certain road rule, as a driver you have to listen to the traffic officer regardless of what the road rule at that instant says. So a practical example would be to say that as per the rules of the road, you are mandated to drive from your left. But if instructions from a traffic officer indicate that you must shift from your left side and also move to your right side, that thing should be adhered to, as a traffic officer in his or her instruction will supersede all the road rules that are existing in that instance.
A6, you have to follow the road rules and signs.
Exactly. As a road user, must make sure that all road rules and all road signs that are depicted and also displayed on the road, you must follow them as they are.
S7, you must always have your seat belt on.
Now this is for the purposes of your safety now as a road user, in a case whereby you might be facing an accident or whatever. So a seat belt is there to make sure that it protects you.
S8, do not use your cell phone while you are driving.
Now there is only one danger of using your cell phone while you are driving. It is that you are going to distract other your road users, and you must also lose control of your vehicle. So an extension of this rule now says that if you want to use your cell phone, you must step on the other side, stop your car and turn off your engine, then you can proceed to use your phone. But you cannot use it while you are actively driving on the road, as you can lose control of your car and also distract other road users.
Thank you guys for watching our video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share.